my plans is to prosper you and not to harm you. I think once you really are grounded in that, then you really start to.
I'ma take this pain and turn it into something. I'm loving me. I'm loving me. I'm loving me. I'm so proud of you.
Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are doing well. So my name is Tracy Lee, and in today's video I'm talking about fear. So we all have experienced fear. It's part of our human makeup. And so with this video today, I'm gonna share with you guys exactly what fear is, and then we're gonna go in and look at ways that we can manage it and use it to our advantage. So before I go into this video, do go ahead and like this video. Leave me a comment in the comment section below to let me know that you were here, and do share it with a friend or family member that would benefit from watching this video. Also, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So I had a look at my analytics, and I noticed that 81% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed to my channel. So I'm gonna ask you to please, if you are not subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you do find value in my channel and you're a returning subscriber, do consider donating to the channel. I have the PayPal link in the description below. This way I will also stay a bit more consistent with my videos, and it will also really support the channel. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. So what is fear? We are all experiencing it, and like, especially with everything that's going on in the world, it's not that hard to feel that emotion, to like go through that emotion, and for it to really just suck the life out of you. And so I think it's really important that we know how to manage it, seeing that it is a very important emotion, and it is an emotion that can sometimes get the best of us. It's important that we know exactly how to manage it. And so with this video, we're going to do exactly that. So I want to go into firstly, like, what is fear? So I went ahead and I went to go Google the word fear. And Google said this. So fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by or and the threat of danger or pain or and harm. Similar words is terror, fright, fearfulness. So we know that fear is an emotion. It is something that we feel. And so we can't really look at fear, the emotion, and not look at the human body, the makeup of the human body. And so I wanted to actually look at the evolution of the root of fear. And what does that mean? It means, like, where did it really come from? Where does it really stem from? And if it stemmed from there, what was the point of it? And so I went to Google and I typed in, what is the evolutionary root of fear? And this is what Google said. In humans and all animals, the purpose of fear is to promote survival in the course of human evolution. And just listen up to this part, take note of it. The people who feared the right things survived to pass on their genes. So now we know that fear is actually very important for our survival. And so now this part of the video, I want to just go into like the biblical like meaning of fear and what the scriptures say about fear. Because now we know, like, okay, fear is actually needed. It's not necessarily a bad emotion to have. It's not necessarily an emotion that you should be like shrugging off or just passing off. It's actually an emotion that where you need to signal to yourself, okay, I need to now take note here, because this is for my survival. And so I quickly now want to just go in to the biblical meaning of fear. So we're going to take this part of the video, and then with this, we're going to discern between good fear and bad fear, because I do think that there actually is a good fear and there is a bad fear, but we're going to get into that in a bit. The first scripture we're going to go into is Psalm 112. How blessed is the man who fears the Lord, who greatly delights in his commandments. So that fear, I'm going to label it as good fear, because here God is clearly making it known to us that that kind of fear is good, because you need that kind of fear, because that fear gives you blessings. So I'm going to say that is a good fear. And then there is the Psalm 115 verse 13, he will bless those who fear the Lord, the small and the great. So there again, if you have this fear, there's blessings attached to it. So you know that this is a good fear. So what is this fear? If I'm going to put a name on it, I'm going to call it good fear. And I'm also going to say that it is the fear of God, because the scripture says it itself. Um, and there's also another one, and this one actually gives you the revelation very clearly. So this one is Deuteronomy 6, verse 24. And this is, so the Lord commanded us to believe all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God for our good always and for our survival. So once again, this is, we see again like the pattern of where fear, or the good fear at least, is actually for our survival. And I'm going to put this as good fear. And I want you to also take note of how the good fear is connected to the fear of God. And the fear of God is mostly, it's basically just revering God. It's obeying his instruction and his commandments. It's living in alignment basically with God. And then we're going to move over to what I am going to call it for this video, bad fear. And this is, I'm going to also once again use some scripture. So, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. So this year, this scripture, God is clearly saying to us, this type of fear that he's talking about is not of him. And I think this is the bad fear. Not I think, I know. This is the bad fear. This is the type of fear that you don't want. And I think this is the type of fear that keeps you stuck. It keeps you blocked. And as you can hear in the scripture, God is saying, he did not give us this kind of fear. So now that we know, okay, fear on its own, when God is connected to it, it is good. You're supposed to have that. That is the type of fear that you want. Good fear. The fear where you are aligned with God, the fear where you are revering God, the fear where you can see for yourself, you are blossoming, you're flourishing, you're getting things done, your life is moving, there's growth, there's healing. That's the type of fear. I'm going to call it good fear. And that is the type of fear where you are connected with God, you are obeying his commandments and his instruction. That is the type of fear that you want. That type of fear is for your survival. It is for the best for your life. So that is the type of fear that you want. Then there is bad fear. This is the type of fear that God did not give us. It's as he says in the scripture, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind. So once you know for yourself that, okay, you can't get anything done, you're stuck on level A for years now, like then you must know that you are not aligned with God and you're living from the wrong type of fear, from the bad fear. And that is not where you want to be. Because with this type of fear, you're not going to grow, you're not going to heal. You're just going to stay stuck in the same space. And if anything, you're just going to deteriorate and degrade from there. And you don't want that. And once you know and you can discern between what type of fear you have, then you can easily let go of it. If it's the bad type of fear, you can easily let go of it. If it's a good type of fear, you can easily like grab onto it even more tightly. But I think the problem comes in when we can't discern, like, and we start thinking like we get confused and we're thinking like, okay, but this is like, it's normal to have this type of fear. It's fine for me to have it. And you just go through your life like holding on to that fear. Meanwhile, it's like not the type of fear that you should be holding on to. If you look at the body and the psyche of fear, what happens to your body, I'm just going to read it to you guys quickly. People often refer to the physiological changes that occur when a person experiences fear as the fight or flight response. Overall, as the name suggests, the changes prepare the person or animal to either fight or run. Breathing rate increases, heart rate increases, peripheral blood vessels in the skin, for instance, constrict, central blood vessels around vital organs dilate to flood them with oxygen and nutrients, and muscles are pumped with blood, ready to react. In other words, you can't think properly because your organs and blood vessels basically are not functioning properly. So that is what happens to your body. I know with me, when I get that feeling or when I experience that emotion, sometimes depending also on the situation, but most of the time it's like I freeze. Like I don't know like what to do. I would freeze, and that is like my very first response. And I think obviously like everybody else experiences their emotion like of fear differently. I think once you are aware within your mind, because your mind is so very powerful that it really does affect every other part of your body. And so I think that if you do become like really aware within your mind, okay, this is now what I'm experiencing, and this is what I'm going through, and this is now where I have to discern what am I going to do with this and what this is, and then obviously hold on to it if it is the right fear, or let go of it if it is the wrong fear. I think this is also why spirituality is so very important, and your relationship with God is so very important, because once you are somebody that is very much grounded within God, and your relationship with God, and as the scripture says, my plans is to prosper you and not to harm you. I think once you really are grounded in that, then you really start to, like when you go through experiences like this, you really start to get yourself in that space where you are aware, where you can like intentionally say, okay, let me discern good fear, bad fear, what is this, and you also let God in to kind of help you. We are honestly but dust, especially with the times that we are living in, even just things that we are dealing with on our own, like trauma, like healing from things that is, it seems like it's just impossible to heal from. And so I think that it's very important that we are able to discern between the fear of God and bad fear, which is actually from the devil. Once you actually intentionally choose the fear of God, you actually see, okay, this definitely is a game changer. Everything that you do, how you do it, like there's strategy behind it. There is like the outcome of it is just way better than when you hold on to the fear that is like blocking you, that's keeping you in darkness, that is keeping you in bondage. And that is exactly the plan that the devil has for your life, and it is not the plan that God has for your life. I hope that you could take something from this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have not yet, please do go ahead and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section that you were here, and do share this video with anyone that you might feel might benefit from watching this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.